Myself, Dr. P.P. Vani from Gokhale Education Society's R.S. Support College of Engineering, Management Studies and Research. Welcome you all on video lecture series for water technology. From this video, we are able to learn what is reverse osmosis process, advantages and disadvantages of this process. Actually, the reverse osmosis is the process used for desalination of water. So, what do you mean by desalination? Desalination is the process that removes some amount of salt and other minerals from the water. As the name indicates, D means removal, salination means salt, means removal of salt takes place from desalination process. In desalination process, generally technology is used. I think first is called as a reverse osmosis, also called as a pressure membrane process, and second is the electrodialysis. So, in this video, we will discuss about reverse osmosis process. But before learning this reverse osmosis process as a membrane technology, pressure membrane processes are also available. This first is called as the microfiltration. This process removes particle size from 10 to 100 micrometer. It is operated in a pressure range of 10 psig. While ultrafiltration removes particle size from 0.01 to 10 micrometer. It is operated in the pressure range of 50 psig. Nanofiltration, this process removes particles in size from 0.001 to 0.1 micrometer. It is operated in the pressure range of 75 to 250 psig. Reverse osmosis process, that is removes particle in a size 0.1 to 1 nanometer. Means this process is the efficient process for desalination of water than microfiltration, ultrafiltration and nanofiltration. That's why this process is most widely used. It operates in a pressure range of 200 to 1200 psig pressure. So what is the principle of this reverse osmosis process? I think everybody knows osmosis process. That is when two solutions of unequal concentration are separated by the semi-permeable membrane, then flow of solvent takes place. And this flow of solvent generally takes place from dilute to concentrated side. Due to the increase in osmotic pressure, this process is called as a osmosis. As the name indicates, reverse osmosis, that is when hydrostatic pressure is in excess of that osmotic pressure, then concentrated side solvent flow is reverse, and this flow should be takes place now from concentrated side to dilute side across the membrane, and this process is called as a reverse osmosis. Means natural flow is from dilute solution to concentration side or concentrated side. When we reverse the flow of that solvent from concentrated to dilute, this process is called as or termed as a reverse osmosis process. So this semi-permeable membrane in this process is a selective membrane, means it selects the sum of the ions to pass through it. It does not permit the passage of dissolved solid particles. It permits only flow of water molecule, that is solvent, from concentrated to dilute side by applying the pressure. Generally, cellulose acetate polyamide are used as a membrane. Reverse osmosis process require only mechanical force to generate the required hydrostatic pressure. Hydrostatic pressure generated in order of 50 to 40 kg per meter square required. Reverse osmosis process, how this process takes place, I think it required the membrane, and from that membrane you can pass the tap water. That is, when tap water is passed through that, I think you get the pure water, because all these salts are captured by this membrane, right? So, in case of salt solution, I think here it is shown as a salt solution, and when it passes through the semi-permeable membrane, you get the fresh water. Means this membrane has a tendency to capture ions that is present in that solution. So what are the advantages of this process? It removes ionic as well as non-ionic, colloidal and high molecular weight organic matter. Maintenance cost of this membrane is high. Membrane can be replaced very easily within the few minutes, but as this cost required for change of this membrane, I think is high. Disadvantages of this process, that is used for only small scale, because when we try to use it for a large scale, it frequent change of membrane required and the cost of membrane is not affordable, and colloidal impurities may clog the membrane. What are colloidal impurities present in that may clog the membrane? That is the disadvantages of this process and advantages of this process. Generally, reverse osmosis is used in a small scale. I think most of the water purifiers runs on this reverse osmosis process, gives the better result for the small scale. I think from that video you can able to learn what is reverse osmosis process, how it works, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of this process. So thank you very much for your patience listening.